And then when I got back home, when I got back home. So much for coming back to my channel. I truly appreciate it. I always say that support is free, so if you're here for the first time, can you just support and just click the subscribe button? It doesn't cost you a thing. I am a mother of 3. Melody is 10, Owen is 9, and Bailey Ann is 10 months. Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking either. But today's topic is going to be my journey to motherhood. Irvin and I got married in 2006, okay? And we weren't preventing anything. We were literally just going ham, right? It could have happened any moment. 2007 comes and I'm pregnant. 2008 comes and I'm not pregnant. I'm like, okay, what's going on? The doctor diagnosed me with a condition called PCOS, polycystic ovarian syndrome, and that's where you have cysts on your ovaries which can minimize your chances of getting pregnant. Now I start freaking out, right? And my dad was a pastor, and so we were brought up on prayer. And so that was a really good example for me because it really helped me to get through that tough time. I started to feel lesser than because I couldn't give my husband something that I knew that he really wanted, and I really wanted. I went through tons of pregnancy tests. We made EPT marriage. One day, I wasn't feeling so well, and I was like, you know what? We need to take a test. I could not believe that it said positive because it hadn't said that ever. You know what I'm saying? So I dropped myself to the floor. Not a good idea, right? I was like, what are you doing? Because I was so amazed, oh my gosh, right? Melody came August 16th, 2009. We were elated, okay? And then when Melody turned 3 months old, now I'm starting to feel like the same symptoms I felt before. When Melody was 3 months old, we went and took another pregnancy test and found out I was pregnant again. I dropped myself on the floor, not because I was happy, but because I was in disbelief. I just went back to work. How am I going to go back? And my belly's growing again, not because of baby fat, but because there's another baby in there. So since my first words were, oh my God, Owen's initials are OMG. Owen Mikhail Gerson. Yeah, I know. So now I'm like, okay, we got our pair. What else could we need? But ever since I was a little girl, I always said I wanted 4 kids. But because of what I went through with I had 2 C-sections. I was like, okay, I think I'm done with this, right? But I knew I wanted another one. So in 2016, I found out I was pregnant again. We were like, oh my God. But that baby, couple 7 weeks, I had a miscarriage. So that baby didn't last. And the way I kind of was able to cope, right, or get through it was okay, God, you've blessed me with 2, so I should be content, And then in 2017, I got pregnant again. And so this one, I was actually about, 12 weeks? But once again, I had a miscarriage. I had to go, and they had to take the baby out. That was the one that we really, really kind of wept and grieved over. Because I was like, 2, Lord? Really? 2? But at the same time, I was like, you know what? I can't be selfish because I know there's a lot of moms out there who are, who can't have babies. Are the feelings that I'm feeling, are they selfish? So I was battling with a lot of different emotions at the same time, but I was like, No, those are my babies. Like, I lost 2 babies. Prayer really, really got me through that one. And I just kind of gave up on, hoping for more children. I was like, you know what, let me just be content with where I am. Let me not set myself up or get myself all excited about something that just may not happen. So we are headed to Walgreens because something feels like it's brewing. So we're gonna go and get a pregnancy test. So we should get a cheap one. I like the ones that show it right away, or like even say the words. I don't need no lines. I just need you to tell me yes or no. So we're back on our way home just to see.
I think we could return it if it's negative.
Imagine that. I think I kind of want it. So I am actually hoping that it's not negative. Moment of truth in a couple of minutes. So I just peed on the stick. And I'm doing everything not to look in the direction. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. I'm so nervous, I'm so nervous. Should I look? I don't know, should I look? Should I look? Have your way, Lord. It's in your hands. It will be what it will be. Help me to be content with whatever it reads. That was the scariest thing just now. I looked and it didn't read yet. It was just blinking with the sand timer thing. Alright, I'm gonna look again. Should I wait? I'm gonna wait. There it is. It's a no. But even when we try to do things like that, God knows our heart, and so the more I sought God and the more I sought, just kind of more intimacy with him, the more he began to give me the desires of my heart. Because in 2019, I started not feeling well again. I was like, babe, we gotta go take a test. But this one was different. It was mind blowing. And that's when the tears started. I was like, oh my God, with Bailey Ann, she put me through a lot. I was considered gestational diabetic, right? Because of my age. I had to, my blood sugars were high, but I had to prick myself 4 times a day to regulate my blood sugar. So they put me on a diet, y'all. Like, when you're pregnant, this is the time you're supposed to be able to eat whatever you want, right? No, like I had to limit what I was eating. I was like, this is the time to pig out. They messed up my game, y'all. And I was huge, okay? My doctor's appointments were more frequent because then they started saying that her heart levels were rising and dropping. They weren't consistent. And so after every doctor's appointment, I ended up in the ER. I go to my doctor's appointment on October 2nd. Doctor, of course, the heart rates weren't normal, so they sent me to the ER. And they're like, okay, you know what? We're just going to take the baby out today. I was like, huh? I got to go back to work tomorrow. What are you talking about? And I was like, well, there goes me trying to push this baby out. This was the worst, okay? I didn't feel them cutting, but the pressure that I felt that I've never felt with Melody, I've never felt with Owen. I could feel them tugging the top belly up, tugging the bottom belly down, right? I could feel all of that, okay? The doctor got on top of me and started punching my stomach to push this baby out. I was like, Ernst, tell them to be nice. Tell them to be nice. They're not being nice. They're not being nice. And so that kind of traumatized me a bit. And I was like, okay, this is it. She summed it all up for us, and it's going to be the 5 of us, and that's how we're going to do life. Now, my dad died in 2018, and so that was one of the worst years of my life. Because dad's little girl, he was my everything. And so losing him was really tough. And when Bailey was born, guys, she looked exactly like my dad. Exactly. my mom would want to like babysit. She would ask if we had anywhere to go, just so that she can like, you know, have like her little bonding time with her. But I don't feel like I fully accepted and fully grieved the way I felt like I should have. When I would look at Bailey, instead of looking at her with love and like, this is my baby, I didn't want to hold her. I didn't want to look at her because she reminded me of my dad. And this is where it gets emotional. No mom wants to look at their child and not feel happy. No mom wants to admit that when they look at their child, they don't feel happy. And so having to care for her, I loved her, guys. I loved her. And I said, I don't want any mom or any other people thinking that when a mom is going through some type of postpartum depression, that they don't love their child. That is not it at all. It was just so many feelings all at once. I had to do something about my feelings. I had to do something about it. I've never felt like that before. I didn't know what to do about it. I didn't know where they were coming from. And so, and even after I had her, I had postpartum preeclampsia. So I had to go back to the hospital and stay for an extra couple of days because my blood pressure was high. I had a horrible headache. Then I was like, oh my God, I'm breastfeeding this baby. If I leave her at home, I'm not producing enough milk. Like, it's not coming out. I need my baby to stay with me. I need my baby to come with me. Thank God the nurses allowed the baby to stay with me, guys. Like, it was too much. And then when I got back home, when I got back home, I still wasn't feeling good. I wasn't feeling okay. And I was like, this is not good, because she needs me. She needs me to be okay. She needs me to be good. And so I called my sister and I said, I'm not okay. I said, I don't know how to control these feelings. I need your help. I need your help. And so she called my mom, and my mom came over. Now, mind you, Irvin's mom already lives with us, and so she's so helpful, man. Like, she's amazing. She you know, but sometimes you just need your mom. And so my mom came over and she kicked Irvin's out of the room. Now, and what I love about what she did was my sister told her what I was going through. My sister told her, but when she came, she didn't even mention it. She just said, I'm here to help. She just said, I'm here to help you. And then she stayed in the room with me. She stayed for about a week and a half and just resumed, you know, the roles of mommy or grandma. And she helped me. She helped me go through it. I would hear her praying for me, and it gave me that sense of peace. And like, I was able, the nighttime duty was, I was alleviated of that, except to when, you know, breastfeed. My mom was right there, like making sure that I was comfortable, making sure things were okay. Throughout that time, thank God I didn't fall into a deeper depression. But I can imagine all the moms who may not have the support, or who may be deeper already into it and they can't get out. Like, I can sympathize with them. It was a really bad feeling, and to know that this is a time when you should be rejoicing and you're sad. But when my mom came, she prayed me through, and she helped me get through it, guys. Like it, and I thank God for prayer, because God was really just kind of reminding me of his goodness and reminding me like, yo, you got this. You did it twice, you know. I had a great support system around. Like, listen, it was bad, but God turned it around for my good. And so I can sit here today and say that, you know, he's able. He is able to pull you out from a place that you are deep in, that you can't figure out on your own. He can place you in a place where you're at peace. He can place you in a place of peace. And so I don't want us to stigmatize therapy or seeing a counselor or seeing someone for help. Like, that's why they're there, and they talk you through the process of healing. And so couple that with prayer and you are good. Don't ever let anyone make you feel like going to see a therapist means you're crazy. That is not okay. Okay? And to the moms out there who are battling with postpartum depression, I urge you to seek help. Talk to someone. Say something. Do not go through it alone. Tell someone, because you may not take the steps to do something, but because you just told that one person you can trust, they can do the work for you and help you get through it. Because you need to be your best self for you and your baby, for you and your family. Out of that mess, God turned us into a message. Not only did I birth a baby, but he also allowed me to birth a book through this. So it's a children's book, and so it's there to like empower children on what are some things that they can do to help mommies. It's such an empowering read for young minds, so that they can feel, you know, useful and you know, and helpful in bringing up a child with their parents. And so that's my story, guys. And so I want to thank you for joining me. And I guess this was kind of like story time. If it was something that you feel somebody else could hear, just share it, so that other moms will know that they're not in it alone. We're all in this together. Before we leave, just subscribe and comment. You know, let me know if you've ever been through something like this, and if so, like, how did you overcome? Share in the comments for those who may need just some type of encouragement. I will see you on my next video. Thanks again for joining. Love you guys. Bye.